Hello, everyone. I'm Kelly Covert, and I'm with Symphoria, and I'm super excited to bring to you Amy Leotta, who is the Executive Director of the Fulton Family YMCA for our Symphoria Community Spotlight this week. Welcome, Amy. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Of course, we're so excited to have you. And one of the reasons that we wanted to highlight the Fulton Family YMCA is because you all are offering our Holiday Pops concert as part of the community experience in Fulton. Why don't you tell us a little bit of how that came about and what that's going to look like?
Yes. Well, we have been looking at really creative virtual ways to still stay connected to our community during the pandemic. And one of our programs, Girls Rock, is very into music. We listen to music all of the time. So our family director came to us and saw this opportunity to connect with you and to really give it to our family base and our Girls Rock girls. So we are actually having a concert here as part of our program, so our Girls Rock and our families can also benefit from it.
Wonderful. So, what is this Girls Rock program? It sounds wonderful.
Yes, so our Girls Rock program is signature to our YMCA. We developed it about 5 years ago, but it focuses on empowerment for young girls. Give them leadership skills, self-esteem, confidence, things that they're going to need long-term throughout their lives. We target ages 8 to 14 right now, but we are looking to expand that.
Wonderful. And how many girls? How many girls are involved?
We have, well, during the pandemic, it's kind of gone down a little bit, but we have about 20 to 40 girls in our program.
That's fantastic. So, speaking of the pandemic, that has really shifted how everyone is doing all of their business, but really
Yes.
for the Fulton YMCA, your role and mission is to serve your community. What are the other ways that you're doing that right now while you're dealing with COVID issues?
We have changed our focus a few different times depending on the waves of the pandemic that we've been going through. So when everything first started, we really focused on emergency childcare for our first responders. And we also did food baskets for anybody who needed it, and we would deliver it to their house. So we'd be calling members, we call them shepherding calls, and we would call them to see, hey, how are you doing? Do you need something picked up for you? Do you need food? What can we help with? So that was really at the start of the pandemic. Now that we shifted to having the fitness centers open, we have brought back some of our typical signature programs like the fitness center, aqua classes, group X classes as well, but they're all smaller based. We are still calling members to see what they need. We are still bringing boxes out to families, and we are still doing childcare.
That's what an amazing resource that you have in Fulton for the members of your community. And, we are based in Syracuse, but we really believe that our greater footprint for Symphoria includes Oswego County. And so we're so excited to be able to be a part of holiday celebrations this year because usually we would actually physically be in Oswego doing Messiah this year. And so because we're not able to do that, this is just another way to really make Oswego County feel a part of our family. And that's so important to us. Do you have any success stories from your Girls Rock group that you would love to share?
Actually, I do. We have a young girl who's been in our program since she was in seventh grade, so about 3 years now. When she first came into our program, she had come from a really troubling family home life. Parents were in jail. She was making some poor choices at home, really acting out, having trouble at school. So she came to our group. We were meeting at the junior high for a couple years. And during the pandemic, we sort of lost touch because we weren't able to physically be into the school buildings anymore. So we were really worried in particular about this one girl. So we've been sending her mailings, postcards, like the old school way of connecting to try to figure out how to connect with her. Finally, she reached out. She found us on social media. And she reached out to our Fulton YMCA Facebook page, and she is now coming to our younger girls group as a mentor. So she really has turned her life around. She's making a lot better choices, has a different home life situation. But now she's mentoring younger girls that are in very similar situations that she was in a couple years ago. So that's a really, really neat one that just kind of evolved recently, that we've been excited about.
I love that so much. Thank you for sharing. And I think that it just goes to show that everyone has potential.
Yes.
Right? No matter what the circumstances, no matter where people are, when we put faith in them, they have that potential to rise and to do something amazing. That's so wonderful. So, as executive director of your YMCA, I'm sure that you do a lot of sort of reaching out and advocating for the Y. What are some things that you would like people to know about the Y that maybe they don't realize?
I think a lot of the time when people hear YMCA, the first thing on their mind that pops into their brain is fitness, right? You're thinking gym, you're thinking pool, things like that, where I want people to really see that we are more community-based. We're more about reaching out to our community needs, like the Girls Rock program. How can we empower young girls? How can we put in leadership programs for boys? We also have a Boys Rock program. So I want the community to realize we're more than just a fitness center. We're more than a gym. We are about bringing families together. We are about community, building people up, empowering them, and not for short-term changes. We're looking at long-term. How can we truly impact their lives?
I love that. And I know that for everyone who's listening, we all probably have a YMCA that's relatively close to where we live, location to where we live. And I think that YMCA, what you talk about, the mission, is universal, right?
It truly is. It's very universal. All Ys are looking at the connection to people. How can we help them as a whole person, not just fitness?
So as our Symphoria family sits here and listens to this conversation, what can they do if they see people that could use the services of the YMCA? Like, what's a way that we can connect people with the services that they need through the Y?
Find your local YMCA, something closer to them that they can connect with. There's always directors that are available in different departments. So if they're having childcare issues, you can connect them to a childcare director. Or if they need help with family services, there's a family service director, or even just a membership person to explain those programming. Or there's other ways to help too. Like you can always volunteer, you can always donate, because we are a nonprofit. And if you don't have the money, services, like you could donate food or clothes, or we're always helping people in different ways.
I love that so much. Well, Amy, thank you so much for being here with me today. And thank you for bringing Symphoria to Fulton, to the Fulton Family YMCA, for your Girls Rock program and for their families who will be enjoying the concert. And we wish you all happy holidays and Happy New Year.
Thank you.